Hey guys, welcome to Pine Hollow Auto Diagnostics. Today I'm visiting one of my neighbors here who brought me this interesting project 4 years ago. It was a 1965 Montgomery Wards 50cc Moped. I'm like, I don't even know what this thing is. Apparently it was made by Benelli and sold by Montgomery Wards back in the 60s. But this thing was a basket case. So he brought it over. I'm like, he wanted to just, get it back on the road, restore it. So I'm like, it looks like a neat project, but it's just in really sad shape. Like everything was rusted. It was just in really, really sad shape. But now, 4 years later, this thing's running. And here he comes down the street here. That's sweet. Yeah, because today he called me up for he couldn't get it started after it's been sitting all winter, and it just needed a good kick in the pants, choke, wide open throttle. It took right off. So it's see, it's not EPA rated. There's a little emissions Alright guys, this is a 1965 Montgomery Wards Riverside, and there's the original plaque, so sold by Montgomery Ward department stores. But this thing is made in Italy. It's actually a Benelli moped. You can see signs, there it is, made in Italy. These are the original stickers, and when I did the restoration, it was basically to make it look nice, but not completely get rid of all the signs of age. Like, we just cleaned up the muffler. We didn't replate it, rechrome it, or anything. So it's kind of a budget restoration to make it usable, rideable, but still has the vintage character about it. So here's the new ignition coil. Just new spokes. These are rusted beyond belief, and the rims were too. So the rims I just painted, a nice silver color, and those are still looking really clean. Now the controls here. This is a moped, so it has pedals. All right, so you can pedal this thing, and then there's no ignition key. On the left-hand side, we have our rotary clutch. And then this lever, you can see, goes to the rear brake right here, a little rear drum brake. On the right side, this is your throttle, and the right lever goes to the front drum brake. Okay? And then the only electrical things on this bike are, there's a kill switch right here, this button. Then on top is the horn, and this is low and high beam. You can see it's been modified, so we kept the original switch and just installed a little lever. So to get it started, what we have to do is, so I see right now, if you pedal, it's attached to the chain, attached to the wheel, but it's disengaged from the engine. When we pull in the clutch, it activates that lever, and then when you push in the pedal, it actually turns the engine over. Okay, so that's how you get it started. You can either roll, or right now we can even do this. So engage the clutch. So it's a little cold right now. Maybe the owner here will hold the camera and I'll start it up. Yep, just say record.
I didn't push it.
No, that's good.
Okay.
So all we got to do is do that, and lights work, right?
Yes.
I probably pushed the wrong button there.
Nice and bright.
So you have to be going fast to have a bright light. It's just an old school setup with a magneto in here, and that's it. Just single wire coil. There's not much to it. And there's a separate oil chamber in the crankcase. Now, initially this engine did not run, and what I had to do to make it run is, first of all, the head was warped, so we had to flatten that out. The piston was a little gouged out, so we cleaned that up. And then in the crankcase, once we got it started, it blew a lot of blue smoke, like smoke screen. It's a two-stroke power plant. What was happening is the crank seal, one of the crank seals was just dry rotted and split, and it was sucking oil from the crankcase into the combustion chamber and smoking like a freight train. So once we got a new seal, just looked up the actual measurements, since I don't think you can look up parts for a 1965 Benelli anymore. But that fit right in, and since then it's been running really clean. Now the specified mixture here is I think a 20-to-1 ratio for oil and gas. And right here on the cap, it's pretty cool. It says use SE30 oil for each quart of regular gas. You fill this little cap with oil. Okay, and that gives you about a 1-to-20 oil to gas ratio. 20 parts gasoline, 1 part oil. Now with new synthetic lubricants, you can probably get away with a 40-to-1. But back then, back in the 60s, they did not have synthetic lubricants. And this is really neat. For the first 1,000 miles of operation, do not exceed 20 miles an hour, just so you don't blow up your engine, I guess. And right now we have 2,200 miles on it, so it's barely broken in. Yep. So now we can go all the way full throttle to about 30 miles per hour. Is that the top speed?
I've been 35.
35 down the hill?
I've been back, yeah, 35 down the hill.
Yep. That's fantastic. So it's perfect for cruising around the countryside and taking in the sights. So that's a little tour. Yep, we got our Wards emblem on the back, so I even managed to reupholster the seat. Again, not professional, but better than what it used to be. And the seat actually opens up, and there it's all, you can see the little springs down here holding up the cover. And then we have an original pouch for tools and paperwork, I guess. And that's just strapped down to the frame. That's still functional. So I guess that's it for this little mini blast from the past. Yeah, it's always very satisfying to see, this is 4 years down the road after the restoration, and this thing is still in perfect, immaculate shape. It runs great, so I'm really happy the owner is still enjoying it, and he said it's going to stay in the family. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.